Who's actually going to get the most out of a dedicated dog washing station? Who can safely walk past it? And whether the price makes sense for the average pet parent. If you've ever tried to coax a wet, squirming Labrador out of a kitchen sink or wrestle a nervous senior onto a bathtub ledge, you know the frustration. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. In this review, I'll walk through the practical side of the KANIS professional dog washing station, flag the situations where it shines, and point out the hidden trade-offs that can turn a seemingly perfect solution into a waste of space or money. Let's start with the problem most of us face, the daily bath routine. For a small terrier that tolerates a quick rinse, a garden hose and a shallow bucket might be enough. For a large, senior golden retriever who hates the slippery feel of a regular tub, you need something stable, safe, and easy to clean. The KANIS station tries to be the middle ground, a stainless steel basin that stays put, a ramp that eases the entry, and a removable floor grate that can be adjusted for different sizes. The idea is solid, but the real question is whether those features translate into everyday convenience without turning your garage into a mini spa that you never use. First, who should seriously consider this unit? If you own a medium to large dog that needs regular grooming, think breeds over 50 pounds, senior dogs with joint issues, or any pet that gets into muddy adventures a few times a week, the ramp and the low entry height can be a game changer. I've spoken to a few owners who say the ramp eliminates the jump and slip moment that often leads to injuries for older dogs. The stainless steel construction is rust resistant, which matters when you're dealing with water, shampoo, and the occasional splash of muddy paw prints. For a professional groomer who needs a reliable, easy-to-sanitize workstation, the metal surface also helps meet health code expectations without endless scrubbing. On the other side of the ledger, if your dog is a tiny Chihuahua that tolerates a quick hand wash in the sink, or you only bathe your pet once a month, the station may be overkill. It's a sizable piece of equipment that occupies floor space, and the ramp adds length that could be a problem in a cramped laundry room or small apartment. Also, the price point sits higher than a basic tub insert, so budget-conscious shoppers who are happy with a DIY solution may want to skip it. Now, let's dig into the practical strengths that become apparent once you actually set it up. The first thing I noticed is how quickly water drains through the adjustable grate. You can set the slots wide enough for a large breed's paws and still keep the smaller dogs from slipping through. In a real-world test, a 70-pound Labrador stepped onto the grate, turned around, and the water just flowed straight down the drain without pooling. That's a big win because it means less time waiting for the floor to dry and fewer chances of a slippery mess spreading across the room. The ramp is another point that isn't just a gimmick. It's made from the same stainless material, so it doesn't wobble or squeak when a heavy dog walks up it. One owner I talked to mentioned that his 90-pound Bernese mountain dog, who hates stairs, actually walks onto the ramp voluntarily after a few treats. The ramp's angle is gentle enough that joints aren't strained, and the surface is textured to give better footing. In practice, this means you're less likely to have a pet panic mid-bath, and you're also protecting your own back from lifting a reluctant, squirming animal. Cleaning is where the station really earns its keep. Because the interior is smooth stainless steel, soap and grime slide off with a simple rinse. There are no cracks or seams where bacteria can hide, which is a frequent complaint with plastic tubs that develop scratches over time. The removable grate can be taken out for a deeper clean, and the whole unit can be hosed down in under a minute. For someone who runs a small grooming business, that speed translates directly into more appointments per day. But no product is without its downsides, and the KANIS station has a few that matter. First, the weight. The stainless steel frame adds up to a solid 7,080 pounds, so moving it once it's assembled is a chore. If you ever need to rearrange your garage or store it for the winter, you'll likely need a second set of hands or a dolly. Second, the water level is limited by the basin depth. You can't really submerge a large dog's hindquarters without the water spilling over. That means you'll still need a handheld sprayer or a separate hose to finish the job, which adds another piece of equipment you have to manage. Another subtle trade-off is the noise factor. Metal can echo when you splash water, which may startle nervous pets. I've seen owners place a rubber mat under the unit to dampen the sound, but that's an extra step you